Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into an incredibly powerful quote by none other than Eleanor Roosevelt, and it goes like this: "Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway." Have you ever held back from doing something just because you were worried about what people might say? Maybe you had an idea, a dream, a plan, but then you thought, what if they judge me? Well, guess what? Eleanor Roosevelt is telling us that people are going to criticize you no matter what, so you might as well do what feels right to you. By the end of this video, you'll understand why worrying about what others think is a waste of time, how to make decisions with confidence, even if people disagree. Real-life examples of people who ignored the critics and won. So if you're tired of living for other people's approval and ready to finally live for you, stick around. This might change everything. Let's get started. What does this quote really mean? Eleanor Roosevelt is making something very clear. No matter what you do in life, someone is going to have an opinion, and usually it won't be a nice one. If you play it safe, people will say you're boring. If you take risks, people will say you're reckless. If you speak up, people will say you're too loud. If you stay quiet, people will say you're weak. See the pattern? The truth is, you can't win with everyone. So instead of trying to please the world, Eleanor is saying, just do what feels right in your heart. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your happiness. And those critics, they're not the ones living it. Example 1, the career change. Meet Sarah. Sarah works a comfortable office job. She's good at it, but she hates it. Her real passion? Photography. For years, she dreams of quitting her job and starting her own business, but the voices creep in. That's risky. What if you fail? People will think you're crazy. You should just be grateful for what you have. So she stays stuck. She listens to the critics and keeps living a life that doesn't make her happy. Then one day, she remembers this quote: "Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway." And it hits her. People are already judging her, whether she stays or goes. So she finally quits. She starts her photography business, and yep, people still criticize, but now she's doing what she loves. And the best part, she's proud of herself. She's living for her, not for them. Example 2, speaking your truth. Let's take James, for example. James has a big opinion on something important. Maybe it's about politics, maybe it's about mental health, maybe it's just something personal he's passionate about. But every time he thinks about sharing his thoughts, he hears, people are going to tear you apart online. What if your friends don't agree? Just stay quiet, it's safer. So he stays silent, even though he knows his words could help someone. Until one day, he realizes staying quiet isn't protecting him from criticism. People still judge him for being too passive or never speaking up. So James finally shares his thoughts. He speaks up. And guess what? Yes, some people criticize him, but others, they say thank you. They say, your words helped me. And that's when James realizes doing what feels right is worth every bit of criticism. If you try to make everyone happy, you'll make yourself miserable. If you hold back your dreams just to avoid judgment, you'll end up regretting it. But when you do what's right in your heart, you attract the right people. You build real confidence. You create a life you love. Now that we understand the quote, here are 5 simple ways to stop letting criticism control you. 1. Remember, you'll be judged either way. Whether you play it safe or take risks, people will always have something to say. So ask yourself, If I'm going to be judged no matter what, wouldn't I rather be judged for doing something I love? 2. Focus on who matters. Most of the people criticizing you, they're not living your life. Pay attention to the opinions of people you respect and who truly want the best for you, and ignore the noise from the rest. Take the first step anyway. The fear of criticism gets weaker every time you take action. Launch the business. Speak your truth. Share your art. Every time you act despite fear, you get stronger. 4. Celebrate your courage. Instead of worrying, what if people hate this? Ask yourself, how proud will I be that I tried? Being brave is worth celebrating whether you succeed or not. 5. Trust your gut. You know what feels right for you. Don't let someone else's doubts drown out your own inner wisdom. Your heart knows the way. Follow it. So what's the final takeaway? People will criticize you no matter what. You can't control their opinions. But you can control whether you follow your heart. When you look back on your life, are you going to wish you played it safe to keep everyone else happy? Or are you going to be proud you lived boldly, even if not everyone approved? Because at the end of the day, the people who change the world, the people who live with joy and passion, they're the ones who stopped trying to please the critics and started living for themselves. So today I challenge you. What's one thing you've been holding back on? Just because you're afraid of what people might say? Make the decision to do it anyway. Live your life, not theirs. Now I want to hear from you. What's something you've wanted to do but fear of judgment held you back? Drop a comment below. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs this reminder today. Thanks for watching, and remember, do what feels right in your heart, because the critics are coming either way. See you in the next video.